Authorities in Northern California investigate a series of unsolved murders attributed to an unidentified assailant active during the late 1960s. Police respond to shootings near Vallejo, where 2 teenagers are killed and another couple is attacked while parked at a local lake. A young woman who escaped provides details to investigators about the masked man who approached her vehicle on the night of the assault. Cryptic messages and ciphers arrive at San Francisco area publications, demanding publication under threat of further violence. A local husband and wife break part of the coded message revealing the killer claims to collect slaves for the afterlife. A man and woman are attacked while picnicking as the assailant wears a hooded costume with a symbol on the chest. The wounded man describes the attacker to responding officers before being transported for medical treatment. A San Francisco taxi driver is shot in his vehicle, prompting a rapid response from city police departments. Another coded letter arrives at the newspaper office containing additional claims and demands for attention. The killer adopts the name Zodiac in correspondence with authorities and media outlets. Composite drawings based on witness descriptions are distributed to assist in identifying potential suspects. Further correspondence reaches newsrooms and law enforcement, containing more ciphers and references to past crimes. Investigators examine whether an earlier murder in Southern California may link to the same perpetrator. Law enforcement receives numerous calls from citizens offering potential leads on possible suspects. Federal agents provide support to local departments as the case draws national attention. One letter mentions a location on a map near Mount Diablo, possibly indicating buried evidence. Despite extensive efforts, the primary suspect is never conclusively identified by authorities. Modern forensic techniques are applied to remaining physical evidence in hopes of generating new leads. Documentaries and articles continue to examine the case and its impact on the region. Various individuals have been named in reports, but none confirmed by official sources. The investigation into the Zodiac killer continues with periodic reviews by law enforcement agencies. Key events from 1968 through 1970 are examined in chronological order by analysts. Cryptographers study the structure and content of the original ciphers for additional clues. Families and communities honor those affected by the crimes through annual remembrances. Current reviews focus on archival evidence and emerging forensic technologies. Podcasts and books explore the case while maintaining respect for victims and facts. Unsolved portions of the codes continue to attract amateur and professional code breakers. Attacks centered in the San Francisco Bay Area with possible links to nearby counties. Newspapers played a central part in the communication between the killer and authorities. Law enforcement follows standard procedures when evaluating persons of interest. The case influenced later approaches to serial crime investigations in the United States. Physical items from the original scenes are stored for potential future analysis. Residents in affected areas recall heightened caution during the period of the crimes. Researchers review original reports for patterns that may have been overlooked. Historical footage and articles provide context for modern documentaries. The events prompted discussions on personal security measures in public spaces. Agencies periodically reassess the evidence using updated investigative tools. Relatives share memories while advocating for continued attention to the case. Multiple interpretations of the codes have been proposed over the years. Official inquiries continue with the goal of resolution for the affected communities. Many documents are accessible for review by journalists and historians. The case appears in fiction and non-fiction works while respecting factual boundaries. Traditional and digital approaches are combined in current reviews. Crime locations are mapped to understand movement patterns of the perpetrator. News outlets worked with police to manage information released during the events. Chain of custody protocols are followed to maintain integrity of materials. Neighborhood watch programs gain support following the reported incidents. New technologies offer fresh opportunities to examine preserved materials. Educational programs highlight the importance of reporting suspicious activity. Extensive records support ongoing and future investigative efforts. The events shape law enforcement practices across multiple jurisdictions. Journalists balance public information needs with investigative sensitivities. Advocacy groups provide resources for those affected by similar crimes. Dedicated teams focus on unresolved homicides from the era. Freedom of information requests allow greater transparency over time. Behavioral analysis and geographic profiling assist in case reviews. The period saw changes in policing and media relations nationwide. Local events promote remembrance and support for affected families. Periodic audits ensure all materials are accounted for and accessible. Reporting emphasized facts and avoided speculation during active phases. Multiple agencies coordinated efforts to share information effectively. Citizen tips played a vital part in generating leads for detectives. Technology available at the time restricted certain types of analysis. Interest from researchers ensures the story stays in public discourse. Memorials and markers recognize those lost in the incidents. Guidelines protect privacy while pursuing leads in sensitive cases. Preserved broadcasts offer insight into contemporary public reaction. Safety workshops emerged in response to the reported events. Strict procedures maintain the value of physical items for testing. Balanced discussions focus on verified information and victim respect. Agencies across counties shared resources to strengthen the inquiry. Training materials for new officers include lessons from the investigation. Outlets weighed the impact of publishing killer correspondence. Groups push for sustained attention and resources for cold cases. Advances allow re-examination of samples collected decades ago. Annual articles remind communities of the unresolved nature of the case. Funding and personnel allocations reflect a priority of the review. Residents demonstrate strength through continued engagement with safety initiatives. Detailed inventories assist in locating items for new examinations. Studies examine how coverage shaped public perception of the events. Legislative changes improved information sharing among agencies. Forums allow citizens to discuss verified facts and support victims. Authorities maintain commitment to resolution through sustained effort. Counseling and legal aid remain available through dedicated organizations. Emerging technologies promise further opportunities for breakthroughs. Initiatives educate on crime prevention based on historical lessons. Climate-controlled facilities protect materials for potential testing. Collaborations with outlets aid in accurate information dissemination. Local efforts grow to include youth education on personal safety. Comprehensive records support any future authorized inquiries. Enhanced coordination leads to better preparedness across areas. Transparent updates help sustain confidence in investigative work. Dedicated teams persist in reviewing all available information. Annual events honor those impacted and support ongoing efforts. Official statements confirm active review without specific conclusions. Responsible coverage keeps the focus on facts and resolution. Resources allocated ensure thorough examination of all leads. Continued awareness programs help maintain public safety. Preserved items may yield new insights with advancing science. Emphasis remains on verified details in all reporting.